In this video, we are going to be looking at GigaCloud technology, ticker GCT. Now, to get straight into it, firstly, why is it up so much today? It is up 26% coming into the close, and it does seem to just be unveiled its new private domain feature for sellers on its B2B GigaCloud marketplace. So this is the news that is moving on. Does this really justify a 26% move? I mean, you tell me. But if you don't think it is, or you think we're going to start pulling back, again, the key target is really going to be where did we create a gap. Again, we don't always look to trade back to the gap if it's more on a fundamental move, because we expect technical gaps to get filled relatively quickly. Fundamental gaps can obviously take a lot longer, but overall, I mean, we did still close up 26%, of course, but it opened up, it shot up, and then it just started to fade out. I mean, if we go to the intraday chart, it might even make this a bit more clear. Yeah, we kind of just moved up, and then coming into the end of the day, it just started to fade. So, I mean, looking at the daily candle, it's not showing all that bullish. So be watching out for this. We could just start to see a fade back, because again, on that kind of news, I don't personally think it would justify that big of a move. So seeing a fade back wouldn't be unlikely, and that would be that target. Obviously, that gap fill location is always going to be our key target. And really, we don't have any supports going low, because we can see since its IPO, it has been in such a strong downtrend. I mean, we had a high of $62, we went to a low of $414. Because of that strong downtrend, deviations can't give us any more support. So there's two ways we can find supports going lower: shorter term time frames, so 20 and 30-day charts. These can usually provide us some support. So then we have $448, $3, $378, $380, $310, and I guess at final levels kind of $250, $173, and 35 cents. But again, there is a lot of levels down to that downside. Do you want to trade them? That's up to you. I think it's one of those riskier plays if you're looking to kind of just catch this falling knife. But again, how you trade, that's all up to you. Now we'll quickly go back to the longer term time frames, because again, these are going to provide the much stronger levels, and the ones that I would personally be paying more attention to. And this is going to be coming in at 875. Because this is going to be our first deviation on both the 6-month and the 1-year chart. Coming into here, we couldn't quite hit this today. We were about a point off. But coming into here, this is when I would start looking to be involved in GCT. I think this is where we will get a big momentum increase. I mean, today you can see we're doing about 1 million to 2 million a day. Today, massive shoot up to around 35 million shares traded today. But I think we could even beat that out if we start pushing up to this 875, depending on how many algorithms and kind of institutions are trading this is going to kind of dictate how big the volume goes. But this is going to be a level that algorithms are going to start operating. So be looking at that. If we can push to that level, again, that is where good trading opportunities should present themselves. But if we break through there and continue up, we're looking at around $17.75. Breaking through there would be $26.50, and a final level is taking us out to around $35.50. So again, what is quite nice on this chart or on this stock, and you tend to see this on stocks less than a year old, is that the 6-month and the 1-year charts tend to line up, within a point or so. So it gives you kind of a tighter range and a much bigger area for kind of algorithms to trigger, which should just really increase that volume traded at that level, and can either provide really strong breakouts or really good pullbacks / reversals. So again, be watching how they react to these levels. You obviously should have your own strategy on how you trade levels, but really this is just where we expect volume to increase. Usually the key thing what I looked at and have observed is the first time you touch this level, you tend to get a good pullback. Then you may get that retest and start to fade down. In other cases, you may just continue that fade down. But really, if you're looking to trade the breakout, again, I personally never trade breakouts. I'm not in this kind of case, but you would have to have your own strategy on judging how to trade a breakout. Maybe it's looking on the 15-minute candle, getting a close above 875, and that will give you that kind of give you that insight that that level is probably held, and you can trade that breakout. If that's how you do it, that's how you do it. But the way I look to trade the break of these levels, not so much the breakout, but kind of play the slower move of it, is I will wait for the break above it, come back to retest as a support, and if it can hold, that's a good indication to me that we can then push up to $17. And in this kind of stock, this is why I'd be more patient for these kind of levels, is this provides a massive amount of upside. I mean, in this case, 103. Are you going to hold that whole move? Probably not. but it can just be a good indication of kind of coming to this level, yes, if it can hold it, okay, and then you kind of just, on this kind of stock, it would probably be something I trail my stock with a bit more, locking in profits along the way just in case you get a negative gap and it gaps to the downside. But either way, again, always have your own strategies. These are just where we expect volume to start increasing. And again, just to give you those supports just in case you missed them. Again, really the only support we're going to be all that focused on is this gap fill location at around 475. And then it's just going to be the key technical levels going lower, so $4, $3, $2.50, $2, $1 if we continue to fade to the downside, which again, obviously possible on a stock like this, going from $62 to $4. It can always get worse, it can always continue to fade. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out one of these 2 analysis videos.